All right, moving on to exponential equations. We've already solved a few of them. The main thing is we're going to use a lot of our answers will be in terms of logs. The strategy there is pretty simple. You'd like to write ideally you would like to rewrite this equation as some number raised to something equals the same number raised to something else, and then you can just drop if it's in this form, you can just drop the a's and you get f of x equals g of x, and then solve for x there. But the next best thing is if you have a raised to something equals b raised to something else, then in this case you take logs of both sides. And it doesn't really matter if you take the natural log or the common log. The idea here is that when you take the logs, this f of x and g of x will come out in front. The degenerate case, or an unusual case, is when you have something like this, where you have basically a quadratic expression, where instead of x, you have a to the x. And these are only going to be cases where you have three terms, and we'll see a couple of those at the end of the worksheet here. All right, so in this case, for example 8, we can see that the bases are going to be different. This is 5 to the minus x equals 36 raised to the first power. What we could do is we could rewrite this and write in terms of log base 5, but we can just, because it's already in this form, what we'll do is take the natural log of both sides. Okay, then the minus x comes out front. Okay, and then we can divide. What we have is minus x times natural log 5. That's the same thing as x times minus natural log 5. Okay, and then we can just divide by minus natural log 5. Okay, so x will be the natural log of 36 divided by minus the natural log of 5. You could plug this in your calculator and find out, give it an approximation. I'm not going to ask you because I'm going to be asking for the exact value of x, which that's why we need logs. You could have also done this using the common log, by the way. Okay. We do number 9. Number 9 and 10 are basically the same things. You're going to take the natural log of both sides and then go ahead and solve for x. In this case, we take the natural log of 3 to the 1 plus x equals the natural log of 4 raised to the 2x minus 1. Bring the exponents out front. Okay. Remember that log 3 and log 4 are just numbers. Okay, so we're just constants. We're going to treat them like constants. What we want is to distribute the logs and then collect all the x terms on one side. So this will be 1 log 3 plus x log 3 equals 2x log 4 minus 1 log 4. We have 2x terms here and here. We want these two terms together, and we want these constant terms on the other side. So what I will do is I'm going to subtract x log 3 from both sides. And then I want to bring this log 4 to the other side, so I'll add 1 log 4 to both sides. Okay, then this becomes log 3 plus log 4 equals 2x log 4 minus x log 3. Okay. And now that we have all the x terms on one side, we can factor out an x. We get 2 log 4 minus log 3. And we're almost done, right? We have some constant equals x times another constant. Okay? So we divide by that, both sides by this second constant, and we get log 3 plus log 4 over 2 log 4 minus log 3 is equal to x. Okay. Now, yeah, you could combine this and make this natural log 12, and this would be natural log of 4 squared divided by 3. You don't have to do that. You can just leave it like this. All right. Number 10, I'll let you pause the video and let you work on this. When you see the e here, you definitely want it. You can use a common log if you want, but it's going to be a lot easier if you use the natural log. Okay. So I'll let you work on this for a moment. Pause the video. Okay, hopefully you made the first step okay. You just took the natural log of both sides, brought out the 1 minus x, brought out the x here. Natural log of e is 1. Okay, if you left it as a natural log e, that's fine. But then you distribute the log pi. You have an x term here, an x term here, so you add x log pi to both sides. And then log pi equals x times 1 plus log pi. And then divide both sides by 1 plus log pi, and x is going to be log pi over 1 plus log pi. And that should work. Okay. Again, don't worry about what log pi is. No need to take out a calculator. Just leave your answer like this.